Hello friends, welcome to Dev Defense Academy. And if you like this video, do not forget to like and subscribe to our channel by pressing the bell icon. Never given. Never given. Never, never, never given. In nothing great or small, large or petty. Never given except to conviction of honor and good sense. Good day, ladies and gentlemen. Today at Dev Defense Academy, we will discuss if English is a must for selection in SSB interviews. Is it a myth or a fact? Candidates who are going to appear in SSB interviews for joining Indian Armed Forces have many questions like whether only convent English school candidates is selected in SSB, whether English speaking is must for selection in SSB, whether they can use Hindi along with English if they are stuck up in between words, or whether they can give SSB interviews in Hindi as they are not fluent in English speaking. So let us resolve your apprehensions. It is not necessary for a candidate to be from convent or English schools. The selection in SSB for potential officers of armed forces is done on the basis of their overall personality, OLQs and leadership traits, and not on the basis of spoken English. There is no doubt that knowledge of English is must for joining armed forces. And candidates have to appear for an English examination during your NDA and serious exams. But it is not necessary for the candidates to be very fluent in English speaking, and there is no test conducted for the same. The candidate belonging to rural areas or Hindi medium schools can use Hindi when they are stuck in between words, but they should switch back to English as soon as possible. Let us understand the composition of SSB interviews and the various stages of selection and elimination. Stage 1. The first stage consists of two tests. First, the intelligence test, and the second part, picture perception and description test. The intelligence test, if we talk about, has two parts to it: the verbal test and non-verbal test. The verbal test has basic knowledge of English. It is in written English. The non-verbal test, it tests your basic knowledge of logical maths and numbers. Again, it's in English, printed English. Now, the picture perception and description test, the picture is flashed in front of you for 30 seconds. Then, you have to write a picture story, which has to be in English. Secondly, you have to narrate your story, read the story out. Again, it has to be narrated in English. The last part to it is discussion amongst candidates about the story and everyone's perception about it, which again has to be in English/Hindi. So the screening round or the elimination round, approximately 300 candidates appear for it. But on the basis of it, only 10%, that is approximately 30 candidates, are selected for the main SSB interview. The remaining candidates are sent back on the same day. Only those candidates having sound communication skills are usually selected. This picture talks about the stage 2 or the main SSB exam. On day 1, we have two tests. First is the officer intelligence rating test, and second is the picture perception and discussion test. On day 2, 4 tests are conducted: thematic appreciation test, word association test, situation reaction test, and self-description test. On day 3, 9 GTO tasks are done: group discussion, group military or planning exercise, progressive group task, snake race, lecturate, half group task, individual obstacles, command task, and final group task. In the above tests, Wherever the tests are conducted in English, the candidate must write in English. The tests like narration of story, discussion, etc., they should speak in English. But if it is not possible for the candidate, they can speak in Hindi as well. All the psychological tests are written, which they should answer in English. Precedence interview should ideally be given in English, but at times when the candidate finds it too hard, she can take permission and revert in Hindi. Group discussion. Here the candidate can give his or her points in English or Hindi. Group planning or military planning, the solution has to be given in written English. In group discussion /task, discussion is amongst the candidates. If they want, they can discuss their points in Hindi as well. But they must summarize the final point to the GTO in English. However, candidates can have a brief discussion with the GTO in Hindi. Similarly, in the conference round, they can interact in Hindi as well. So, in the end, we can say, as long as the candidate has other qualities like confidence and a good expression of speech, no one can stop their selection on the basis of language. However, knowledge of English will always be an added advantage for such candidates and will only improve his chances of selection. We hope that this video was useful. If you have any queries or concerns, you can write down in the comments box below and we'll get back to you. And do not forget to like and subscribe to our channel by pressing the bell icon. Bye bye. Have a nice day.